The wheel of the year turns, and winter solstice is upon us. The darkest night is fast approaching, the time when the powers of death are strongest upon the land and strongest in our human worlds. And the story that comes to us at this time is a very, very old story. It's a story of Inanna and her descent to the underworld, her descent to the realm of her sister, the Dark Goddess Ereshkigal. Now, this is the oldest goddess tale that we have. It's 4,000 years old. And yet its themes and its stories about our human journey through life, our darkest night of soul, our journey to our biggest, greatest, deepest self, still waits for us in this story. That this story has been told and lived by Inanna over and over and over again, by Ereshkigal over and over again, for the time when we would remember this story and we would retell it for these times and for our own personal journey of soul. So I invite you to make this journey with Inanna as she turns her ear to the great below. She turns her ear, her awareness, her consciousness to the realm of her sister, the Dark Goddess Ereshkigal. And like Inanna, gather up your courage. Gather up your power and your strong sense of self and step into this portal to the great below. Be with Inanna as she starts to descend step by step by step until she reaches the first gate. And when she reaches the first gate, it opens, and there before her stands Nettie. And Nettie is the guardian, the gatekeeper of Ereshkigal's realm. And Nettie says, Inanna, give me your crown. And Inanna says, what is this, Nettie? Why are you asking this of me? And Nettie says, these are the ways of the great below. These are the ways of your sister Ereshkigal. If you wish to travel the dark realm, if you wish to stand before her throne, you must abide by its laws. So Inanna gives her crown to Nettie. And so take a second. What is it that you need to give up? What it is that you need to put to one side? What do you need to offer to Nettie as you make this descent to Ereshkigal's realm? And then Inanna continues her journey. And she goes down, down, and down to the second step, and the third step, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh. And at each gate, Nettie stops Inanna and says, give me a piece of your power. Give me a piece of that which you carry in the world above. You cannot travel in this realm bringing your mass and your signs of power and your signs of self in the world above. Give me the parts of you that stop you from fully descending, fully entering, fully being in respect and humbleness before Ereshkigal. And so like Inanna, imagine as you take each step, these second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh step down into the underworld, what do you need to remove? What is standing in your way from you being humble and respectful in the powers of the dark? What holds you back? What's in your mind? How do you hold yourself in the world? What are the things that stop you from being naked and raw and open and humble in the dark, deep mysteries of Ereshkigal, in the dark, deep mysteries of the great below? And if you have the courage, like Inanna, strip those pieces of yourself off, one by one by one, until you stand the very last gate with Nettie before you. And the last thing Nettie asks of you is whatever last piece of your clothing, of your signs of power, whatever you're least willing to give up. And Inanna takes off her gown and stands naked, steps through the gate and stands naked before her sister Ereshkigal. And I invite you to do the same, to take off that last piece of yourself so you stand naked, so you stand raw and humble before the great Ereshkigal. Now imagine, if you will, Ereshkigal on her throne in the deep belly of the earth. And that she's a wild thing. She's untamed. She is a goddess and a being that you've never seen before, that you can hardly imagine. She is wildness. She is sovereign. She is dark, dark, feminine power. She holds the powers of death. She holds the powers of rebirth. And she is afraid of nothing and no one. And Inanna locks her stare on Ereshkigal. She locks her death eye on Inanna. She locks her death eye on Inanna. And anything else that Inanna is carrying, it just crumbles away. Everything is gone. Inanna is raw and naked. And then Ereshkigal strikes Inanna, and she falls dead to the ground. These are powerful, powerful magic. This is ancient magic. This is the magic of death and rebirth. It's a magic that we become very frightened of, and yet Ereshkigal is there. She is waiting. She is waiting for you. She is waiting for me. And as she does her gaze around her space, she sees you. She sees me. She sees all of us that have traveled with Inanna to the deep dark below. And she locks her gaze on each of us. And she says, I know why you're here. I know that you, like Inanna, are ready to dare my magic. I know you, like Inanna, are ready to give up, to sacrifice something that is holding you back. Something. This story has been told over and over again, and yet the truth that is missing is we are not talking about physical death. Now, Inanna will rise again. Inanna will return to the land above, but it will not be the Inanna who descended down those stairs. It will be a new Inanna, a reborn Inanna, a more true and powerful Inanna, because that is my magic. I bring you here. I strip you bare. I challenge you. I ask for death and sacrifice from you, because I know there is more to you. I know there is more that you have to give this world. I know there's more for you to give to this life. And what stands between you and that greatness of being are the seeds of your own darkest journey, the seeds of your own inner darkness, the seeds of the treasures that are waiting for you there, your beauty that's waiting for you there, and also the seeds of your own wounding, the seeds of your own darkest nights of soul. And it takes great courage to come and stand before me. It takes great courage to strip yourself bare to not only me, but to the truth of your own life, to the truth of what it means to be a human at these times. And so I offer you a gift. If you are brave enough to truly be here, if you are brave enough to strip yourself bare, if you're brave enough to let the old you die for something new to be reborn, I have a gift for you. And Inanna approaches you. She approaches me. She approaches each of us in turn and places her hand upon our solar plexus, our power center. So take a second to feel that, to feel Ereshkigal beside you, to feel her fierceness of her power, the fierceness of what she's asking to you, and the fierceness of her love. And allow that dark, delicious power, that raw power, that magic of death and rebirth to enter your core. Surrender to Ereshkigal. Surrender, surrender, surrender. And then Ereshkigal takes out her palm. And from the core of your being, two seeds appear in her palm. A bright, deep, blood red one and a white seed. And Ereshkigal says to you, to me, to all of us gathered here, these are the seeds of your transformation. These are the seeds of your beauty, the white seed, and your wounding, the red seed. They are both the magic of your transformation. These raw, true stories of all that you are and all that you've experienced. Your darkest night of soul is in this red seed. Your deepest, truest potential is in this white seed. And both are the truth of who you are and why you're here, and the journey that you have to make to become your true, most deep and powerful self. And I invite you to take these seeds from Ereshkigal, take them into your own palm, take them into your own hand, and feel the truth of this, truth of her magic. And Ereshkigal says to you, says to me, says to us, says to our world, our waking world right now, these are the seeds of your true transformation. From the darkest night, the new dawn is born. From the seeds of your beauty and your wounding, a new you, a new world can be born. If you're brave enough to dare my magic, if you're brave enough to swallow these seeds and allow them to change you from the inside out and to bring them back to the waking world, and bring them back to your waking life. So take a look at those seeds in your palm. Feel their power. Stare at them clear, open to them, clear, open, full of love, full of presence. Don't hide. Don't hide from these seeds. And if you're brave enough, swallow them. Take that conscious magic back in your body and know that Ereshkigal's magic now is inside of you. Her magic of death and rebirth is inside of you. And that your life will change. And I will say to you that whether you swallow these seeds or not, in this moment, those seeds are there. They're inside of you. Your stories and your experiences and your essence of beauty and wounding are inside of you. The magic of your death and rebirth journey is inside of you. And whether you swallow these seeds or not, change will come. But if you swallow them now, consciously, if you consciously choose this magic in love and in trust and in surrender, in honoring the ways of Ereshkigal and the great below, if you do that, then you will make a conscious journey with Inanna. You will wake with Inanna. You will wake with others who are doing this magic in the world. And you will be transformed. You will become something new from your darkest night, from your pain, from your wounding, from the mysteries of the darkness inside of you. Something new will be reborn. And that is the magic of these times, and that is the magic of this ancient story. That is the magic of Ereshkigal, her magic of death and rebirth for those brave enough to strip themselves bare and stand raw and naked and respectful in the great below. So see Inanna rise, and see Inanna's seeds within her own hand, one red and one white. And watch Inanna swallow those seeds. And then stand once more before Ereshkigal and bow and say your words of gratitude. Say your words of respect. And then follow Inanna once more as Inanna turns her way to the stairway again and is ready to ascend. But know this journey of ascending will take several months, several years, maybe your whole lifetime. That it isn't a journey of descent and return in any one moment. It's a journey that we make over and over again, and the ascent is a slow and deep and rich one as we ingest the seeds of our beauty and wounding, as we take on the power of Ereshkigal and her magic of death and rebirth. So feel the story fade away. Feel yourself with Inanna, with your feet once more in the land above. Look around wherever you live, and whoever the winter solstice, however these powers of death and darkness are landing around you. And feel that deep magic inside of you, that deep magic of death and rebirth. Change will come from this journey. Change will come when you swallow these seeds. Change will come when you give your respect and you honor these ancient ways of the sacred feminine, when you honor these sacred ways of the Dark Goddess of Ereshkigal. And however this story speaks to you at this time of the winter solstice, However this story speaks to you, this time of change and transformation in your own life, I bless your journey. Ereshkigal and Inanna bless your journey. And the path of She blesses your journey. Winter solstice blessings to you. To delve deeper into the Dark Goddess's magic of rebirth and personal transformation, please consider the Path of She Winter Guided Journey, available at the link provided below. To further explore the potent soul lessons that the Goddess offers throughout the year, get the Path of She Book of Sabbats, A Journey of Soul Across the Seasons. To buy the Path of She Book of Sabbats, click on the link below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my Path of She channel for more Goddess wisdom teachings.